and I'm sorry my package for the class got held up in the mail. Amazon's messing with me. I try to go through the bookstore. I'm trying to get my stuff in. So today I have to use this as my dummy, and I don't have a proper face mask for when I'm administering CPR if I have to give them breath. So I will have to use this for today. I promise next video I'll have all my stuff, but just for right now. So the first step you're supposed to do, if you have, let's say, someone unconscious, you're supposed to come up to them. If they're unresponsive, if they're responsive, moral of the story, if they're not on their back, if they're on their side, if they're on their stomach or anything like that, you come over to them, you get their attention, you say, hello, are you okay? You don't touch them yet, you say, are you okay? If you get no response, then that's when you give them a little gentle shoulder grab. Are you okay? Is everything all right? If they still don't respond, that is when you then proceed to check their pulse, check their neck, check their airways, see if they're breathing. If they are, but it's faint. If they are breathing and it's faint, or if you just have faint signs of pulse or anything, that's when you should properly administer CPR. If they are responsive and they are okay, then that's when you should try to administer whatever needs to be done and call paramedics. You should always call the paramedics, but this is what you should do if you have to administer CPR. So if they're on their stomach, you already checked them. You have to move them on their back. Make sure their head's tilted slightly, not too much. Oh man. Make sure their head's tilted slightly, not too much. And that is when you would place, first, you need to go on your knees like this. See where the chest is. One hand over the other, like this. Center of the chest, just like that. And you're supposed to keep the beat to 100 beats per minute to 120, I'm pretty sure 150. But basically, you're supposed to do nice chest compressions to the beat of staying alive. So it's staying alive. Staying alive. And after you do chest compressions, you would then see if there's any signs of the chest rising, any signs of anything happening. If there isn't, you would put the mouth guard over their mouth and over their nose. You would quickly take a regular breath. You would put it, and you would wait to see if they're, sorry about that. You would wait to see if the chest rises after the first breath you give them. If the chest does not rise after you do that, a few more compressions, you see signs of the chest raising. If it does not raise, that's when you go ahead and you administer the second breath. You seal. So it would be like this. Sorry, my AirPod fell out. Be like this. You seal. You wait for signs of the chest to rise. If not, keep administering CPR as well as you can until the paramedics come. And it's crucial the whole time to try your best to administer CPR. If you get tired, then if someone else is CPR certified or understands the basic concepts of it, you should try to take turns. But it's essential that you give all your effort into trying to administer CPR to the unresponsive person or a responsive person if they need it, because that could be the difference between life and death. You could potentially be the difference between keeping them alive until paramedics come, or them tragically losing their life because they weren't administered the proper type of care. But you know, it's essential to always try to administer the CPR as well as you can to the best of your abilities. And also, if they're still unresponsive, I'm sorry, Professor. If they're still unresponsive, then you should wait till EMS to take over. if an AED is ready to use, that's also another option. If regular CPR isn't working, once there is another person there who may have an AED, another paramedic, you should be careful when using AEDs because it's different for adults who can maybe handle it a little more, and for younger people, maybe children. So that's also something to take into consideration. But if you are alone and you're tired, you have to try to continue as best as you can until paramedics come. And yeah, that's basically how you administer CPR. But like I said, just a little recap. You come to them. Are you okay? Make sure you're loud enough they can hear you. Are you all right? If they don't respond, shake their shoulder a little bit. Make sure it's the shoulder so you don't have to worry about anything else. If they're not responding, that's when you would come, check their pathways, see if they're breathing, see if they have a pulse, see if their heart is still beating properly. And once you do all that, you make the proper assessment. Knees, one hand over the other, like this. Lock, center of the chest, straight over. Arms always have to be straight. Shoulders should be over your hands and your arms, and the body like this. And staying alive. And you should wait after doing this. You should not be pushing hard enough and fast enough to the point where you can't feel if the chest is rising or rising by itself. You should still give proper CPR, but you must make sure you notice the little things because CPR also can really injure a person. After that, mouth guard over the face, over the nose, mouth. Give them a deep breath. Seal it. You wait to see if the chest rises. After that, if you get no response, couple more pushes. Listen again. Unseal. Breath. Seal. Wait to see if the chest starts rising again. If not, CPR. And you wait till a paramedic can come and help additionally. And that's